Welcome back, Anna Boys. Today we're checking out the latest and greatest, man. First episode of May I Ask One Final Thing. This show's not normally in our wheelhouse, man. It's about princesses and romance, but the way her hand's moving, I gotta respect it, man. How'd you feel about this episode?
No, it was a good first episode. I personally think this is going to be something that we watch maybe the first 3 episodes and then it's going to die off. But obviously this first episode definitely went crazy. I will say that.
Nah, for sure.
The only thing I was upset about was like she was going to punch homegirl, but they made it into a cutscene for like the whole episode. So, but other than that,
honestly, that added a lot of context.
It did though, yeah.
Because I feel like initially I was like, okay, something's obviously wrong here, but we didn't really know exactly like what was going on when it comes to her and that dynamic with the prince, right? Because the prince was really making her seem terrible, right? Made her seem like she was out here bullying this girl, doing like the most to this girl, right? And I was like, okay, well, the prince seems like he's a pretty crappy guy, but if she was doing the most to this girl, then maybe she wasn't helping the story.
If we look at it from the outside already off the rip, he's literally saying, oh, we're not getting married no more. I'm going to date this girl.
And that's pretty nuts.
That's nuts already off the rip.
100%.
So I'm sitting there like, honestly, I understand why she's crazy.
Initially, for me, it started off like maybe they're both in the wrong. He's in the wrong about how he's going about this, and she's in the wrong for doing this girl wrong. Then the cut story happened. And I was like, oh, this backstory is a little crazy.
Well,
this prince...
before the cut story, she says, can I knock this B word on her butt?
Oh, yeah,
that's what she said. And he said, excuse me? And then it shows her going in with the with the one punch man hit, punch right quick, and then it cuts the cutscene.
I'm not even gonna lie, the way like they were animating that punch, there was like wind coming off her
face. I don't know.
I knew she was done.
But that was crazy.
I was like, whenever disconnect, yeah, go ahead, pack it up. You're not gonna wake up for a week. But hey, man, look, it turns out like her family is essentially like a pretty high up noble family, right? But at the same time, they're not as high up as the royals. And her family had her engaged to this prince since before she was born, which is kind of nuts. You know what I'm saying? So from the start, they were already like bound to each other. But the first time they meet each other, bro, this prince is on some diabolical energy talking about, hey, you're going to be my slave from now on.
Mind you, this is his so-called fiance.
Dog.
You're walking around calling her a slave.
Nah, his energy was off from the beginning.
And the fact that she was playing along with this, like,
she had no choice.
Yeah, I know.
Her dad was like, you got to act nice around the prince. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crazy.
It's still a royal family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he could have lost his standing. They could have lost money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Couldn't be me.
Hey, honestly, she did really good because she was a crash out from the beginning. It wasn't even like, oh, she met the prince and ended up becoming like this. Nah, she was knocking dudes out
when she was a child,
bro. From day one, she was knocking them out, enjoying it too. She said, "What you mean? I don't beat people up for no reason.
Yeah,
I do it for the good of the world."
Yeah, she's like, I always have a good reason.
Oh, me,
I want to do it just to do it. I said, nah.
But she be low key happy when she do it.
She a little Aaron Yeager, man.
Oh, different.
I had to do what had to be done.
Hey, that's really how she be moving, though. Hey, just lucky she don't kill people.
Yeah.
Look, man, after that, we end up seeing her just essentially get tortured by this prince for like the next 10 years of her life.
Yeah.
Until she hit 15.
She said she was 15,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? By the time she hits 15, though, they finally like enroll into these academies. You know, the same old usual fantasy world academies that the nobles all go to. But the funny part is, she's low-key nice. Like, she's extremely smart. She's extremely good at magic, good at swordplay. Yeah, so she comes to the academy off rip, just number one. You know what I'm saying? Cold as hell. And then the prince, I caught this later. The prince, when he was first accusing her of all this stuff, right? He said that she was being elitist because she said she didn't remember the girl that he was proposing to. Remember?
Okay.
And she was like, well, I don't think I ever met him. And he was like, oh, you're just saying that because you were in the special classes and she was a commoner, right? So I thought like, oh, maybe she's like of common birth, but no, she actually is a noble as well. She just wasn't smart enough to be in the actual elite classes. And we find out the prince also was in the lower level classes as well.
What did they call those classes?
The common course.
Yeah, that's awful.
I was like, so they was both the special needs classes bonded. That made me just laugh a little bit, crazy, because I was just like, dang. how are you even gonna be mad at her? Because he got mad at her the first time she pulled up at the academy because she was like, "Oh, you think you're superior because you're in these nice classes," and she was like, "It's not my fault. You got freaking dropped."
Yeah, for real.
Like, come on. He's the prince too, so they probably started him off rip.
Yeah,
in
they
the special
definitely
classes,
gave him
whether or not he
yeah.
passed like that well. He just did so bad. They're like, "Yeah, we can't keep you here, buddy. Go ahead and take these regular classes now. This AP stuff is for the real ones."
Yeah, they did him wrong, but it is what it is, man. Gotta get your education,
bro. Facts. And so it gets to a point where trying to just like take out his anxiety and his frustration on her, bro. He pulls out like a knife and he's like trying to cut her hair to really embarrass her. And the sad thing is, she's low-key about to just let it happen because she was like, "Well, if he does this, my dad might finally end our engagement, so I don't have to deal with this dude ever again." But before anything could go on, man, because she was gonna let it happen, but I ain't gonna lie, bro, she had that Arthur fist right next to her.
Yeah, she was definitely gonna sock him this one time.
Send him to heaven. We end up hearing a dude in the tree talk about like, "Hey, stop this lovers quarrel." I was like, "Who's this?" You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, he's the second prince. So I was like, who could even talk to him like this? Find out it's the first prince.
His brother.
Man. So he pulls up. I ain't gonna lie. His character, he get a little smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? He's like a very scheming type of character, but at the same time, like he knows how to say the right things most of the time. And so initially, she's low-key kind of enamored with him because he completely like diffused the situation. Like to the point where even when the prince was trying to like order his homies to like come like pretty much jump her, his homie was like, "Hey man, I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't defy another prince, man.
Yeah, he said, that's Julius. I'm gonna go head out though. You figure this out." And so the second prince ends up leaving, and so after that, you can see like in the MC's eyes, she started looking at him like, "Oh, hold up, maybe there is a prince with some sense, bro." But then I forgot what he said initially, but he said something off-putting. He was just like, "Yeah, I think I've just seen something so interesting that maybe I should come to class." Like looking at her, and she's over here like you can see like the sparkles and everything. He was like, "Yeah, I've never seen an animal like you."
Nah, he cooked himself with that.
I was sitting there like,
he had it all going,
bro. I ain't even
he
gonna
had
lie.
his one chance.
I've never seen somebody secure the coochie and then throw it away.
Like, and he did it immediately after. He goes, "Hey man, you're an animal. Would you like to be my wife though?" Bro,
I don't know, you should have flipped that.
Okay.
She would have agreed. It's a tragedy, man.
She immediately shut that down. But even before that, though, they were like fighting in classes in between, like switching for the number one spot.
Yep.
And then when he was at the number one spot, he was like, "Hey, man."
I didn't realize how easy it was.
Right.
He rage baiting the hell out of her.
For sure. I was like,
he's cooking, man.
And then she went into a training so she could be number one again, and he watched her train that whole time.
He was like, "Hey,
he said, hey, man, good job. I watched you do it, though, but good job."
I saw you try really hard for this.
Yep.
So then everybody was like low-key crapping on her accomplishment because they were like, "Oh, the prince must have let her win because they're close." And then she was like, "Bruh."
She's like, "You know what? I hate both of them." She ends up hating both of them, both princes, because they're out here doing her dirty, man.
Just in different ways, you know what I'm saying? One of them's just a complete piece of crap. The other one, he just be having a foot in his mouth.
Yeah, he's just not smooth with his words no more.
But he's halfway there. He's like 75% of the way there.
When we first met him, he came out of a tree, bro. He jumped out of a tree.
Aura.
Like, he already had all the aura there. It was all flowing.
Yeah.
And he messed it up. Crazy.
Boy, he cooked himself, man. But after that, it cut straight back to the punch. And I ain't gonna lie. Considering we waited about 15 minutes to see this punch land, it was satisfying.
I know. Finally, we understood the reason why he knocked her out.
Bro.
Punched her so hard, she landed on two people.
Dog.
That was disgusting.
Smacked her badly.
But I see right there, I expected her to like punch the prince right then and there, but she turned around and she said, "All of y'all agreed to this call off of my engagement."
For sure. All y'all
does that mean I get to beat y'all up too?
Bro.
And they're all like, "Hey man, you better back up, miss. You don't want none of this."
They even called the guards. One of them was like, "God, arrest her."
See, that's the part that made me laugh too, is because she literally used her magic to sleep all the guards, right? And you know that means she really wanted to beat the crap out of everybody else because she could just put everybody to sleep.
Or just use any other type of magic.
Or use any magic. But you know what she said? I'm just going to put my hands on all y'all instead.
You see these?
So then she goes to the first dude, uppercuts him so hard he gets knocked out. And now the rest of them are like, oh, hey, man, you can have all my slaves, dog. Like,
mind you, one of the dudes in the crowd was like, slaves aren't legal. You're not supposed to say that out loud. He said,
I don't care, bro. Like, you can have them. And they're like, nah, you know what? You can have mine too. You can have mine too.
That's what I realized. I was like, oh, so y'all are crooked. Nah,
yeah, this is wild, bro.
Slaves.
I didn't know what kind of slaves y'all got in there, man.
I better not see those slaves like
that. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little crazy. I think what makes it so funny though is that like sometimes people be like, oh, like should I beat all y'all up? They really like they be exaggerating.
Yeah.
Bro, she legit went and smacked each and every one of them. And what made it worse is after she hit like the first couple, she used like a time acceleration magic. And then she just started speed blitz knocking them out.
Bro, they really animated her like really beating up everybody.
It was tough.
And I was happy because it didn't even like cut it off like hitting everyone else. It showed her literally beating everybody.
Bro, they showed at least a solid 10 people getting me.
It was perfect. It was like, perfect.
Yo.
And then she finally gets back to the prince, right? And I feel like he was in the worst position because he's already on the floor. Right? So she gets to wind it up a little bit more before it gets to stands.
I was like, oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But homie runs in, he's all, please don't hit him. And she's already.
But what makes it worse is that's her brother. And mind you, in the very beginning of the flashback, her brother was like, yo, you can't just be smacking people. So I know for years he's been dealing with this.
Yeah.
And so as soon as he gets there, he's like, yo, sis, don't hit him. If anybody else, just him.
It was already out.
Too late.
The punch was already out, bro.
That was mid-flow. And she hit him the hardest.
She did.
I didn't even go.
She knocked him into the wall, bro.
Oh, into the wall. Yeah. He cratered that joint, man.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
That was fire.
And then Julius comes in laughing. I was like, you next. I don't know why you laughing, buddy.
Yeah, he looked at the episode cut off because I didn't go lie.
Nah, he was next.
He definitely next.
Right there.
He don't know better. For someone who thinks he can read her facial expressions, he about to get clocked.
He was next, for sure.
But hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, initially when we saw the cover for this show, I was like, we're not watching that. I ain't no way, bro. This is like a princess romance. You know what I'm saying? Is this like a reverse harem? Like I see a bunch of dudes on the cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't look promising for real, at least from the type of show we would normally enjoy. But I'm glad we gave a chance because this was pretty hilarious.
No, it was good.
I hope it can keep it up because we are gonna give it at least maybe like 2 episodes. We'll see how y'all like it. But based off the first one,
yeah, gas.
I'll take it, man. That's some romance I can get behind.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Either way, man. What would you rate it?
I'll give it a 9.
That's fair. I'll give it a 9 too. Because honestly, the backstory was a little bit long, but the payoff was worth it. The payoff was definitely worth it. Aside from that, man, y'all let us know if y'all think about this show down below. If y'all have actually like read the anime or manga or whatever it comes from, and y'all think it's gonna be fire, let us know down below, man. Because we will give it more of a shot. We're still not sure. You know what I mean? Because we know a lot of shows they like to come out really hot, and then sometimes
They do that all the time, man.
It'll slow down to the point where you're like, what am I doing here?
For real.
You know what I mean? Aside from that, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all.